well, almost afternoon at this point. I'm running around this morning doing some errands, getting some cleanup done, and burning all the stuff from last week. Guy came and picked up his stuff from the last video and all. And before I get too far into this one, I want to thank the 4 or 5 new subscribers that we got over the past week or so, I guess, from the second to last video, I guess. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hope you enjoy. Today we're going to be doing, I dug these suckers out of the wood pile. I've got 4 walnut logs here. I think I'm going to do this one live edge. Maybe this one, we might cut it in half because it is a little long. Looks pretty decent though. This one, I think I'm going to do dimensional. I'm not sure about that one because I don't know how far the hole goes. But I may cut it with that in there because sometimes that's kind of cool. And if anybody's looking for epoxy projects, or even I might do some epoxy stuff, that might be neat to fill. So I'm going to get this thing all ready to go this morning. We got a bunch done last week, so we got the whole order done last week. And it was super easy to get it finished off and everything. I got the boat moved out of here this morning. I mowed back in here, so it's a little bit nicer looking and all that. Trying to figure out a new workflow as far as getting lumber on the mill, logs on the mill, lumber off, get it stacked and stored up and all that. All the cherry is in the kiln. We did that last week. That's all done. So that customer will be picking that stuff up. And that's the stuff I'm thinking of making they want me to make a table and maybe a desktop out of, which that should be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to doing those projects. I got another order coming in next week. That's a customer order. So this week I'm going to rock and roll on some of this walnut. And I've got some really nice big cedar down there that I've kind of been holding on to that I'm going to throw on this. And I've got a huge ash log that's been down there for a couple years that still looks pretty solid. And I never did it because it would not fit on that mill. But ash around here in a lot of the areas, which some of you may or may not know, the emerald ash borer has killed most of them. So finding big old growth ash like that is, especially in this area, pretty damn rare. So we may, towards the end of the week, throw that big bastard on the mill. And that's a big one. So I'm not even sure I can get it up the hill. I don't even remember how I got it down the damn hill. It was sketchy, I can promise you that. So let's go ahead and get the LT40 fired up, and we'll get this log up on the mill and get rocking and rolling. That looks pretty darn good. See the rest of this log thing. Once these are not customer logs, these will actually be up on Facebook. on my business page, RSC Timberworks Facebook and Instagram. These will actually be up for sale once they come out of the kiln. If you want to buy them green, $9 a board foot. Come with it. I've got these real pretty cedars down here. Some of them are pretty big, so I'm going to try to get those out maybe this afternoon, dig them out, and get them staged, and we'll start cutting them tomorrow. I think a lot of those are going to end up dimensional as well. Tell me if I'm wrong. I've been doing this for about 10 years. And when I first started, live edge was the freaking rage. Everybody wanted live edge stuff, especially in walnuts and cedars and all. That's what everybody wanted. I'm starting to see a trend shift, and I've watched a couple other videos. Out of the Woods is one of them. He mentioned the same thing a couple of videos ago. I think the live edge stuff is kind of starting to die off and lose its thing. So I think the decline of the live edge market, I still think there's a market out there for it. I think there always will be, but I don't think it's as big as what it used to be. So I think I'm going to start doing more dimensional lumber, because I think that's what woodworkers are still looking for. If you are a woodworker and you're watching this video, leave it in the comments. Am I right? Am I wrong? Are you seeing more requests for dimensional style lumber for your builds, or are you still getting a lot of interest in, wanting live edge tables and coffee tables and shelves and things like that? So just from what I've tried to sell this year, I've just noticed it's not flying off the shelves like it used to. A lot of the walnut that I have in the shop right now, 2-3 years ago, that stuff would have been gone in a week. And I've had it for a couple months now, and I've been selling a little bit here and there to some homeowners for projects and all that. So like I said, I don't think the market is completely gone, but I've seen a decline, especially in the Virginia area where I'm at here. So if you're a local woodworker, even if you're not, let me know. Are you seeing a difference in what your customers are wanting you to make and all that? I'd really like to know. That way I can help tailor what I'm cutting to the local woodworking market. So of course I can make money, and you can have what you need to build what you need to make money as well. So drop a comment. I'd be really interested, because this is kind of what I'm thinking. And I've heard, like I said, from a couple other sawyers on other YouTube channels that they're starting to see the decline as well. So just kind of curious. So enough of that. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do this one live edge, a couple dimensionals, and then some more live edge. We're going to get these knocked out today, and then we're going to do cedar. I'll do some live edge cedar, but most of that is all going to be dimensional, because I really think like 1x4, 1x6 dimensional cedar is what people are going to be wanting, especially with that stuff, because it should be pretty clear and pretty darn nice. So that being said, let's rock and roll and get on this stuff for today. I'll be honest, I'm not sure about this one. This one may just go in the trash. It goes up further than I thought. I'll show you. I mean, it goes way up there. And it sounded like I hit a nail, but I didn't see anything, and it still kept cutting. But I don't know. I'm not going to get much out of this one. I mean, this is only going to be half, 3/4 inch thick there. The edges will be 9/4. I don't know, y'all. I think what I'll do is I'm going to pull it off and get the chainsaw, trim the other ones up, start rocking with those. If you think I should keep cutting this into like 9/4, inch, 2 1/4 inch thick slabs, drop me a comment. If not, it may just end up, I hate to do it, but it may just end up in the burn pile. But this one's pretty freaking rotten. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I mean, if you want to see me cut it, I'll throw it back on and make a video of it, throw it up on the YouTube. I am pretty sure either I hit a nail or the blade just dull, so I'm going to swap that out real quick, but it didn't cut real well. So a lot of shark toothing. I don't know. I don't think I was going too slow. I know with these machines, if you go too slow, you get that. So let me go ahead and put a new band on this. It probably needs one anyway. I cut a log or two, a couple cedars with it on Friday, and then I cut that walnut yesterday. So it's probably ready to be changed out. So let's go do that real quick. Not sure how well I'm going to be able to show you all this, but it definitely did hit a nail or something because there's missing, I don't know if you can see here. It's kind of tough. Let's see. You got, where's the camera at? Good tooth there, good tooth there. Missing a piece, missing a piece. Decent tooth, missing. I got like 4 or 5 or more that are cut off. So this blade is actually going to be garbage now. So I'm going to set this off. I don't know where. Probably in the back of the old Ford Ranger for now, because this will go to the dump because you can't resharpen this one. All right, new blade in. Now, with that being said, with that other log, the last one, since now that I know there's something in there, wreck the blade. If you already commented, sorry, that sucker's going in the trash because I'm not ruining these expensive blades for something that I may or may not do anything with. It's a junk log, so it's gone. All right, so I screwed up, and I'll show you exactly what I did. See this board? See this board I just cut? See how it's really thin down there and where I wanted it up here? That is because I had this toe board here flipped up to even the log out, and I forgot to put it down. So I'm going to measure this log real quick and see if it is actually now the same on either side. Hopefully it is, and then we'll start cutting our 1x4s. So stand by. I'm going to grab the tape measure. Okay, we're good. So I'm going to come down just over 4 inches, split this one in half, flip both ends up, and we'll start ripping off some 1x4s. There we go. We got some nice, pretty 1x4 black walnut boards. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of them, and then 2 down there a little bit thicker. So we got 12, which isn't too bad. So let's get this stuff cleaned off. We'll get this moved off to the side, and then we'll trim this big sucker up. Get that one, and it's still early. We may even get the cedar today. All right, this is what we ended up with. We got some dimensional. I think those are like 9-inch wide, some 4s, and some really pretty live edge stuff. Mostly all 9/4 slabs. I think there's one that's going to be 11/4 or so, about 3 inches thick, 12/4. So got that. And full disclosure, this is like 4 days later. I got busy, realized I never made an outro to this video. So a lot has happened in those 4 days. So we're going to end this video here. We got all the walnut done. My customer came yesterday and dropped me off most of those cedars. The big ones in the back are the ones that I drug out of the woods that I showed you all earlier in the video. I'm going to start cutting them up here before too long. I've got some nasty pine sitting at the mill right now to start cutting some pallets for stacking lumber. I think I'm going to go that route versus just doing dunnage. So yeah, next video is going to be tearing apart and breaking down the old mill, the Woodland Mills mill. So that video will probably be coming later this week. So I think you guys will get to this week, which would be cool. So yeah, I appreciate you all watching. Again, appreciate all the new subscribers. Keep hitting that thumbs up button and the subscribe bell. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. You just got to have a YouTube account, which is free. So if you would, that'd be great. I greatly appreciate it. Let's continue growing the channel and keep on sawing, man. We will see y'all in the next one. Thank you.